Hello there, no face cam today, but I'm bringing big news about tomorrow's update. So the patch notes for global, at least the part 1, the most important stuff already dropped for the global server. So this means EU, Japan and Asia. For the new stuff, there's a very high chance that this will be included in the NA servers as well. So you can keep watching if you play on NA too, because for the past few weeks or months, that's how it's been going. Like, we got the Vamp Hunter release at the same time, we got Galaga's updates released at the same time, and many smaller things like that. So, first of all, let's go to the new stuff that is being added on global as well as NA. So the main feature is, of course, Contana is being added. This is the 6th continent in the Chronicles universe. This unlocks a lot of interesting dungeons. Trust me, you will struggle with some, and some of them are super annoying to do compared to Rukurangma stories. So, yeah, prepare to complain, prepare to rage quit at some of them. Yeah, it will be fun, but it's also pretty challenging. So with the new continent, there will of course be several area quests. There will be the new quest in the book, where you can actually get 5-star Devilmons, and I believe you can get a total of 6 of them. Let me check real quick. You go to the area dungeon, and yeah, there are 6 in total, and you can essentially get 6 5-star Devilmons from it. With Contana, there will of course be new field events, and there will be the field boss Tyra, whatever you want to call it. This boss is quite different from the rest, and it's actually very challenging compared to the little frogs that you find in the other continents. So prepare to build solid teams for it. Trust me, no 2 DPS, 3 DPS teams will work in here, as you will need quite a bit of support due to her attacks. We're getting something called symbols, and I believe these symbols are sort of little, I would say gem-like equipment pieces that you can add to your summoner, and each symbol will boost the stats of your monsters, not your summoner, your monsters. So these are available at level 70, and there will be 4 types. So 3 of the types correspond to the transcendence materials that you get to level 70. And the 4th one is something you combined all 3 in order to get that one. Currently, there will only be 2 tiers of them, but as time goes on, they will be released, and they will allow you to improve your monster stats even more. So once you're done with level 70, this is basically another use for all of those transcendence materials. Of course, the long-awaited battlefield change is here, so this will be a 5v5 mode. It will be a capture the flag, so essentially there will be several not spawn points, but these points that you have to capture. For each point that you capture, you will most likely be receiving a certain amount of points per second or per minute, and that way the first team to reach the target amount of points wins, and if you do not, it will most likely extend to which team reaches more points over the time period. And these are the rewards. It looks like, while modified a bit, they are very similar to the rewards you get from the regular battlefield. Although what worries me a bit is that sky stones are missing from this, so if it's only gold, that's a bit worrying, because I think this mode will be the more popular mode over the 2, because first of all, the first one has fallen a bit stale, and second, I would say this one is a bit easier to match because it only requires 10 people instead of 18, and on more unpopular servers like NA, it's already very hard to get 18 people to start a match, and it takes like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm happy to see how this works out. And it looks like this battlefield will actually have several boosts. So at different times, you can have a different boost for the element that you're using. So for example, if you enter the fight at this time, your fire monsters as well as your summoner will have a certain boost, and similar to that, if you enter at this time, your water monsters and summoner will have a boost, and for this, a wind one. So it's a bit annoying if you are playing not from a certain server. For example, if you're from EU but you're playing from Asia, it might be hard for you to join at a certain time. I know that for me, I'm playing in the NA server, and based on these times, I'm only pretty much able to join at the first time that battlefield happens. So locking a single attribute to that would be a bit, I don't know, not too great, but we'll see how that works out. Of course, this is not a mystery, so I won't go into it further, but 6-star runes are being added since they are released in contana, so you will see those. You will be able to access hard mode dungeons from Path of Growth as well as expeditions, which will drop 6-star runes. These will be purple or legendary grade, so there will be a lot of upgrades. Trust me, 6-star runes are a huge upgrade over the 5-star runes, and I'm sure you have been waiting for this one for quite a while. And of course, with the 6-star runes, of course, 2 new rune sets are being added. These will be the Shield and Destroy sets. These ones are added because there will be a 6th dungeon in the Path of Growth. As you can see, previously there were 5, but this one will be added for the hard mode. It only has hard mode, it does not have normal mode. And Shield and Destroy runes are being added. So Shield is just a small shield at the beginning of the fight based on your monster's attack. And Destroy is a permanent destroy effect on your HP whenever you do damage. So what Destroy does is basically if you destroy like 2% HP, my Cleave will not be able to get to 100%. He would only max out at 98 and he could not go higher than 98% for the fight. And these 6-star runes will be available from the special expedition as well. So expedition will be getting a hard mode where 6-star runes are able to be dropped. This one is pretty hard, but I already made a guide on it, so make sure to check it out. I'll try to leave it in the comment if I remember so. And finally, we are getting some new monsters. Yes, we're also getting banners for them. This looks like it's already being confirmed with this message. As well as, oh, it looks like this is the event as well, so it will last for 2 weeks, and the monsters are Nine-tailed Fox. I won't cover their skills because I know there are already videos covering that, and they're also coming out tomorrow and even today for some servers. So I'll leave you the time, and I'll actually leave a link to the video from a guild, Exiler. He covered all of the skills like a month ago. He'll read through his, he's like an OP player in Arena and Brawl, so you can trust his opinion on the review. He'll definitely give you some decent insight on these, so I'll leave a link to that. You can check it out there, and make sure to drop him a like or even a sub if you want to keep with all of the monster leaks like that. The guard journal will be getting some extra entries, and this means that yes, you are getting another free Nat 5, and from the monster story you will be able to get the Fire Pioneer. This is the first free-to-play AoE stripper that you are getting. Definitely not better than Juno, don't even think about it. Even though he does strip all buffs, his strip is very slow and the range is very small. So for PvP, not a big fan over stuff like Juno, but for PvE, he is definitely a decent option because his damage actually scales with max HP, so you're able to use him as a tanky unit and still do damage. There will be a new collection challenge, which will feature rewards like Mystical Skulls, 5-star Devil Mons, Legendary Rune boxes, and you can see all of the challenges right here. So you can quickly stock up on these items, maybe try to sell them in the exchange market. If you are watching this video, this is exactly the reason why you are watching, right? So you could profit from that exchange center. So yeah, if you have any of these items, make sure to grab them, because a lot of people won't see this, and there is a good chance they might be buying these materials, so you can make some quick profit from it. Field events are getting changed. So this was a change in the NA server for quite a while already, but with the release of this continent, it looks like you're getting it as well. The mining and gathering events will no longer be competitions, but they will rather be sort of cooperation events, I guess. The rewards are getting buffed, so these sharp stingers are way more common now, and you will instead be getting these supply boxes as long as you complete the requirements. So These rounds are super easy. Some of them you can bang out in like 3 minutes, but for some are even easier. You only need to like gather 3 items. That will take like 10 seconds. As you can see, like it's a very simple quest. Mine the giant outcome 3 times. This quite literally means just do 3 actions of mining and you already complete the event, and you can do it on all 3 summoners once per day. So you mine 3, you switch to the another summoner, you mine 3 again, and that way you are able to triple your rewards from these events. The Rainbow Mode dungeon is returning to global as well, so this is currently already running in NA for like a good week, so you are able to get up to 3000 rainbow feathers per day. And you can claim a Devil Mon for 10,000 feathers, assuming the rewards are the same for you. So after that, there will be the Rainbow Mons and unlimited essences trades. Personally, I don't recommend going for this one. If you want Rainbow Mon, go for either the 4-star or the 3-star ones. Because trust me, you won't be able to build as many 5-stars as you want, and you can cover more than enough Rainbow Mons from other sources. And personally, 4-star ones are the ones I struggle the most with. 3-stars you will eventually phase out, so those are not as important. Or you can of course go for essences if you are missing any. And the dungeon will be very easy in itself. Level 3 only requires like what, 150,000 powers, so you'll have no trouble completing it at all. Now with the monster release, there will of course be new Transmogs coming. So these are the 3-star Fairy Transmogs. This will be free and you can get them after a week of logging in to the game. I'm not sure if I still have that mission. Yeah, it looks like I don't anymore, but basically on day 7 of logging in once per day, you will receive all 5 elements for free. And the paid transmogs will be the 9-tailed foxes. As you can see, with the monster release, we're also getting a transmog right off the bat. And here is how they look like. And it looks like you can also get original forms for 300 crystals, assuming the price is the same again. In the transmogrification menu in-game. There are also a few new outfits, so here is the Kina one, here's how the Orbia one looks like. It looks like some sort of, I don't know, a wedding dress? What are they called? Purest, wow, yeah, something like that. So yeah, pretty cool looking. We're also getting the Herbal Wisdom. This one is already released on NA, so it's only for global. And you get this one matching with the Contana release, basically. This outfit is tied to the Contana region. New monster, we already talked about it. Make sure to check the video if you are interested to see skills a few hours earlier before it releases. We will be testing them out. I will test either 1 or 2 out of them. I have a lot of mystical skulls saved up, so make sure to sub if you're interested to see that, as I will be doing some tests probably tomorrow or the day after, assuming they of course release in the NA as well. And there will be some new events. So Flight Towards Contana is just sort of a event based on achievement missions for the new region. Really nothing special, but the rewards are pretty good there. I already completed it, so unfortunately I am not able to show it. Contana deployment ceremony, these are basically the login rewards, and this is the one where you get the Fairy Transmogs on day 7. Contana continent, so this is the achievement reward that you get for completing the story. I believe it doesn't show for me as well, but basically the way you got rewards from the first 5 regions, this is just a continuation with the 6th region. There will be also a summon event, so plenty of mystical scrolls, nothing really new, most likely the one where you summon 150 mystical scrolls and in return you can get 12 mysticals and a legendary scroll. And there will also be the arena surprise wheel, probably no changes, and I also actually have a video about some data and whether you can profit from it or not, and I may release it sometime this or next week, so you can actually see whether it's worth doing it, whether it's worth refreshing arena for entries and all that jazz. And now for some miscellaneous changes, and trust me, these are pretty big. So first of all, they have finally heard us, thankfully. Support duns are now unlimited. However, newbie rewards, meaning the rewards you get from leaf people who have leaves, have been removed from rupture and seal. So no more gold, no more skystone, and no more seal leaf weapon farming. However, you can get up to 99 of them per day in the regular elite raids. And there will be new support rewards for these dungeons to compensate for the loss of leaf farming. So for seal, instead of getting 2 runes and 50 seal coins on the third run, looks like it's getting changed to 5, and in total you'll be able to get 100 seal coins and 5 6-star runes. Although only 2 of them seem to be guaranteed, and the 3 later ones do have a chance, so it's not a guaranteed drop. And for the rupture support rewards, you can see that they are being changed to 25k, 17, 14, 11, and 8k gold, and for some sky stones as well. Looks like a total of somewhere around 7 to 8k sky stones, and somewhere like what, 60, 70k gold. And here are the rest of the support rewards for the elite dungeons. I won't read through them, but you can see Foggy Prison right here, White Shadow Castle, and Boiling Waterfall. And these are the new leaf rewards that you get from raids. So you will be getting a crafting material. It's no longer a guaranteed one, so it will be a based on chance. However, you're also getting these raid coins. I believe the raid coins don't change, so basically leaf rewards got a bit lower for these raids, so no longer a guaranteed one. But these materials have been guaranteed from the support reward, so that sort of compensates for it, and there's no longer a need to hunt leaves. It will be included in the regular supports instead. Another new mini raid is being added, so the Bloodstart Call of the Beast. This is one of those raids that you can see in the top part of the page. So Reed Hill and Butterfly Tom, basically the third one is being added, and that raid will drop 5-star to Awakened Legendary Gear. I'll put an image of it in the video right here. So basically it's already released in Korea, and this is what it looks like. Galaga Ruins is getting a change, and it looks like you are able to reselect the research at a certain cost. Now, I'm a bit unsure which mechanic they are referring to. If it's like whenever you enter a stage and you select certain handicaps, changing those will cost gold and crystals, or you are straight up just able to obtain a new buff for this cost. So it's a bit confusing. We'll have to check that out tomorrow, and if it's something significant, I'll also make a vid on it. But yeah, just keep in mind that there is a chance that if you select certain handicaps, you may have to pay some gold in order to remove them. TOA hidden rooms are being removed, and hidden rooms are these little sort of extensions to the tower. I heard that instead of 32, there will only be 4, so I'm very happy that my video that I made a few days ago is already outdated. Thank you, Countess. But yeah, that should remove a lot of the time-wasting room clearing, and just give you straight up stronger reward, or rather better rewards from the few runes that will be available. With the release of Contana, of course, you will be getting extra chapters to the book. So this talks about the adventure record, and it looks like the rewards are being modified for the 14th, 15th, and the 16th chapter. Some profession changes, so now you will be able to craft 4-star and 5-star Rainbow Mode, and I'm very excited about the 4-star ones. We'll have to see how expensive the materials are, but yeah, this will allow you to build more monsters. For me, it will allow me to test more free-to-play units, and yeah, that's awesome. Just overall an awesome change. And look at this. We had the 15 limit, we had the 20 limit, and we're finally getting a 300 item crafting limit. So what I'm assuming how this will work, because as you can see there is the crafting can be paused thingy added, it will most likely do sort of 20 crafting increments automatically. So if you start crafting 300, it will do like 20, it will roll all of that animation, it will do another 20, and you can pause it at any time. So a bit less clicking, not much time saved, however, a lot of finger sweat saved from there, because you won't need to be spamming like this constantly. And yeah, that's about it. There are a lot of very small miscellaneous changes, but I won't bore you with the details, as they are very specific cases, like able to assemble all members in the guild town. Like, it's cool, but it doesn't impact gameplay much, so I won't go into details on a lot of those. And that was the part 1 of the update. Assumingly, part 2 will include more stuff. Marsh was being rumored to be in the part 2, so that will most likely be mentioned. And we'll see what else gets added there. And yeah, that's about it for the patch. And I'll definitely see you tomorrow.